Your team is banning. Your team is banning. The enemy is picking.
Do you want to make friends with Nana?
Please pick a hero.
I, Minotaur, will finish off what was left undone.
I break boundaries, not bonds.
The enemy is picking.
I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness.
This time, the choice
Your
is
team
mine.
is picking.
My magic flows
them
as
play the
freely as the
hero.
wind.
The
I
enemy
will be
is
the
picking.
truth this world desperately needs. Light will fall prey to shadow.
I'm bound by nothing, be it family
Your team
or
is
destiny.
picking.
Ready, go!
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
My blade always strikes true. Light as a feather.
First blood!
Soaring finch. As the wind.
An enemy has been slain!
I chose to walk this path alone.
Request backup!
Hear the whisper of my sword. Don't be blinded by obsessions.
Request backup! You have been slain.
The path of cultivation is never painless. Draw your sword with the intent to kill.
An enemy has been You have slain Gather up the turtle! Double kill!
Your demise will go unsung. My journey is far from its conclusion. Light as a feather.
Initiate retreat. Killing spree. Initiate retreat.
Let the wind guide me.
Ally has been slain. Request backup.
You can't evade me.
Gather at the turtle!
Battle spell in launch attack. Enemy using.
Gather at
Hear
the
the whisper
turtle!
of my sword.
Shut down.
Home is a state of mind.
Sorry.
Soaring finch.
Request backup.
As the wind.
Request backup.
This world is full of surprises.
An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. Well played.
One sword reflects one's thoughts.
Has been slain.
You can't evade me.
Request backup. Battle spell is Ult is not ready. Ally has been slain.
Hear the whisper of my
Request
sword.
backup. An enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Shut down.
I can finally let go.
Enemy has been slain. Sorry.
The path of cultivation is never painless.
An enemy has been slain. Request backup.
Light as a feather.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Gather at the turtle! Understood.
Dance among the clouds.
An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Our turret has been destroyed. Killing spree.
Gather at the turtle! Understood.
Soaring finch. soaring finch. My sword leaves no trace.
Unstoppable!
There's never a final mission.
Your team destroyed a turret. Monster kill. Well played.
I shall reclaim what I deserve. Nothing more. As the wind.
Godlike.
Let the wind guide me.
Gather up the Lord!
Okay.
Dance among the clouds.
Legendary. Well played.
Light as a feather.
Mega kill.
One sword reflects one's thoughts.
Your team destroyed a turret. Killing spree. One has been slain. Unstoppable. Well played.
Fortune favors the
Team
persistent.
destroyed a turret.
Hear the whisper of my sword. Draw your sword with the intent to kill. This
Launch
world is
attack!
full of surprises. I chose to walk this path alone. You can't evade me. Soaring finch.
Killing spree.
Don't be blind.
Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Light as a feather. There's never a final mission.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Please ban a hero. Your team is banning. The enemy is picking.
This time, the
Your
choice
team
is mine.
picking.
Always on the way.
The
The
southern
enemy is
seas
picking.
are my domain.
Wipe out all the injustice in the world.
Test. Alpha is online.
Please pick a hero.
Come on, Dexter. It's our show
The
time.
enemy is picking.
And hope are the two
Time and
greatest
tide wait for
inventions.
no man.
Your team
nor
is picking.
girl.
I have long awaited this glorious day!
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Yay!
Cold weapons have nothing fancy, but they always work. We're all governed by a machine, right? The name's Link. You'd better get it right. My shame made me an outcast. This is more than a game. Teamwork? Maybe.
Stall them. I'll take the turret.
Sounds silly. Never meant to be a watchdog.
An ally has slain the turtle.
My freedom comes at a price.
Request backup. Slain. Launch attack! Retreat! An enemy has been slain.
Even rebels can have a code of honor.
Battle spell in cooldown.
Not a fan of technology. The kiddo didn't win. He's just handpicked.
An enemy has been slain.
I was never meant to be a watchdog. Some hero put a bounty on my head.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Well played. Well played.
Even rebels can have a code of honor.
Request backup. Okay. Ult is not ready. Well played.
Weapon craft.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has slain the turtle. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
Teamwork? Maybe.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Not a fan of technology.
Our turret is under attack. Backup.
This is more than a game to me. Dragonborn's name seals his fortune.
turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
Don't give up. Let's try again.
An enemy has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Destroyed a turret.
We're all governed by a machine, right?
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your team destroyed the turret. Request backup.
Teamwork? Maybe. My freedom comes at a price.
Killing spree. Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been
This is more than a game to
Ult
me.
is not ready. Shut down. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Monster kill. Your team destroyed the turret.
Gather up the Lord.
The enemy has slain Lord.
The kiddo didn't
Our
win.
turret has been
Just
destroyed.
handled.
Our turret is under attack.
My shame made me an outcast. We're all governed by a machine, right?
Shut down. Legendary. Initiate retreat. Double kill.
Not a fan of technology.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
Even rebels can have a code of honor. Shame.
under attack. An enemy has been slain.
Gather at the Lord! Understood.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
I was never meant to be a watchdog.
Gather at the Lord!
Keep an eye on the map. Keep an eye on the map. Okay.
Sounds silly.
Well played. Keep an eye on the map.
The name's Ling. You'd better get it right.
Battle spell in cooldown.
I heard some hero put a bounty on my head.
Initiate retreat. Ally has been slain. Our base is under attack.
We're all governed by a machine, right?
Defeat.
Not exactly the most important member of the group.
I think you're talking about scaling here. I think Monster Vicious' idea is to help Fake scale into the game, because eventually that spawning is just gonna hurt so much more. In this case, he's got Divine Glaive, he's got Glowing Wand, but he's opting to go for the Holy Crystal. So we are not gonna be seeing that Wishing Lantern anytime soon, or maybe even Ice Queen Wand on this Zos anytime soon.
I think he doesn't need the Ice Queen's one. I think Holy Crystal, and then after that, you might want to consider getting... Ooh, there's a lot of good options here. Honestly, even with the Winter Crown, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
With the Winter Crown, especially when you're in the Dominator form, does it... I'm not sure how that interaction...
It doesn't proc the Winter Crown, but hold that off for now, because as of now, Ruff is gonna be dived in. He's able to get the reset in, but look at Fake's spawning. It's not even the enhanced one. Winston is dropping so low. Ooh, imagine he gets with Wishing Lantern later on. But as of now, Lord dropping times half HP. Rebellion still thinking on how the push angle is. Lord gets resetted here. Ruff gets him pulled in. He's going to be focused down here. He's not going to be able to survive. So Elo bursts him down before he gets out. MV now does not have the Ruby. They force the Black Dragon in cards. He's going to try and buy time here. Penalty zone connects on tree. But MV, they don't want to come in. The spawning comes in. They even have the Netherrealm. Uni finally jumps in. But they all have the 10 HP and they have to reset this fight once more. Monster Vicious lets up. And now Rebellion finds a window. They're going to try and steal the Lord under the noses of Uni. Can they get it? Lord gets resetted. It seems like they cannot do anything anymore.
Yeah, there's no point sitting on top of this Lord. The Lord dance has been changed, so the Lord does significant amount of damage this time around. So it's really difficult to sustain through the power that the Lord has at this point of time. Right now, in terms of who is scaling, AudiTZ is actually quite an important member for the side of Rebellion Esports, right? His sustain is allowing them to stick around longer, especially when they're dealing with fakes, right? We saw his damage just now chunking 3 people for at least 20% of their health.
All round 5 offender, they find one, but at the same time they're dropping like flies. D gets the biggest lineup with his shot. He's gonna be able to find one. Ruff is down. Lord getting stolen by Uni, but Monster Vicious, they need to get out. Zeno, he's so tanky, but D is able to clean house. He finds one. He's looking for the last one, but Fakes gets out to safety, losing only 2. Rebellion Esports, they're able to fight back.
I'm telling you, we were just waiting D to scale, and now with the Malefic Roar, he has more than enough damage. If MV lined themselves up like they did just now, he was hitting Ruff, and Zeno was just getting penetrated. He didn't even want to be part of that fight. Good stuff coming in from Rebellion, but they still lost the lore. So they're on the defense. You're trying to get more.
Oh my goodness, the damage now. Uni is going to be caught up with Sentinel here. He needs to run for this. The pokes coming from D is starting to hurt. And now MV, even though they had the lore, it feels like they are getting pushed by the lore right now.
Just note some of the waves, right? Note some of the waves. Top side should naturally be pushing into MV's favor, right?
Okay, buy time. Oh, Ruff looking for the Imo Fan that misses it. Doesn't pull Sway low at all. Needs another big initiation here.
I don't think they need another initiation. I think they need somebody to run down bot side. Ah, there we go. Finally, we do see Zeno actually making a move down to the bot side. As that bottom wave is going to compile, I think that MV need to cut off any reinforcements making their way down. They know they're on the top side, so expect to see at least one person move from mid down to bot.
Well, as we get here, we do see Radiant Armor purchases up on Yu Jong as well as Baxia to deal with the Zaz, who's being the big trend here with Monster Vision. Meanwhile, D making a quick corner tier 2s here. Now they do find one, instantly melts one. Ruff gets eliminated. He is gonna die to this as well. Zeno needs to make a run for it as well with the Black Dragon scaring them off. The spawning immediately gets shattered into pieces. And now the spear not connecting. MV is able to hold all against this assault by Rebellion for now.
I don't know. They keep throwing bodies at them. I don't think it's a smart idea. Let's see how long they can do this because they're about to lose a tier 2 and there's a huge wave building down towards the bot side of the map.
Oh boy, Ruff not able to sustain at all. The damage a little bit too much here to handle. And even now, Zeno starting to feel it despite being the tanky hero.
Right now, MV have basically been outscaled, right? Like, as much as Fakes wants to drop down that ult, the raw healing coming in from Audi TZ is ridiculous. None of the poke damage is actually going to stick, and Rebellion Esports can predetermine where to fight because of all the team fight mechanics that they have. MV, on the other hand, they need to split Rebellion Esports apart. It's a good idea targeting Cars as the main engage tool, but at this point, that Netherrealm and as well as the raw healing coming out from Audi TZ just doesn't make it valuable if you don't find the kill.
Well, I think that comes down to the itemization, right, on Monster Vicious. Ruff is a very, very squishy hero, and he's looking to engage this, and so far, all his itemizations on the Ruby has been almost full damage, but now it's up to go for a little bit of hybrid here. Zeno gets a very nice penalty zone, but he's going to bleed out with the mortality here. Can he get out? Guiding Wing comes in, he's getting chain stun. Can he zip out? No, he cannot. He's going to go fall here. Now the spear connecting on 2, and they collapse on Monster Vicious. Left, right, front, and center. They got picked apart. Mistakes were made, and Rebellion, again, they are going to scale into this ultra late stage game here. Now with the blue, D is just unkillable.
And that's the second time they've done it. The second time they made the exact same mistake. They base check a brush and they try to take them on 5v5. Somebody deal with the bottom wave! There's so much EXP and gold being wasted down there. That's like, what, 3 to 4 waves that have already been collapsing on each other and have not built a proper slow push. And MV has wasted all of that gold in the EXP when they could have just sent one person down there.
That is so unlucky for Rebellion, for Monster Vicious, but at the same time, seems like Rebellion is their game to lose now at the rate they're going, and Monster Vicious just needs to find the perfect catch because right now Fakes just doesn't hurt enough anymore.
I think, honestly, Fakes, he does hurt, but he's not getting the relevant damage on the relevant targets, right? Like, Vincent, he can tank it for days, and especially with Audi TZ, even longer. Suelo, arguably, with the Netherrealm, he can, but without it, he will melt. D, same thing, right? They want to catch out D, but And Rebellion Esports aren't making it easy.
Well, he just got the Ice Queen wand, so that's going to be even more slows, but they need some damage to threaten them right now. Because look at this, Uni is getting chipped away by a couple of spears, and they're crumbling to pieces. The Lord making quick work on the Crystal. They are able to defend against this, but Rebellion Esports says, you know what, take the Lord, it's fine. It's fine. Not worth fighting against the Zas.
Yeah, right now the fights are way too even. It's anybody's game right now. Advantage to Rebellion Esports because they got Lord and powered minions, but
oh, with the Black Dragon coming in, they are going to be chain stunned as well. They're trying to hold on to Sustain's Ruff, somehow holds on, but Uni, his might be bursted down. Fakes is able to fight D! That's huge for Monster Vicious, and now Uni looking to go for the finisher. He's got the immortality, he's trying to build stacks with it here. Winston is going to fall as well, and one fell swoop. They're able to find another one as well. Killing spree for Uni, but he is going to die to Sway Low. And now it comes down to Xeno, Fakes, and Nova. Rebellion still has cars and RETZ, but look at this, they still have to defend against all the minions here for MV.
Yep, this just goes to show that Rebellion Esports are just uncomfortable playing against the Zosk, right? The Siege is really, really held down strong by Fakes. I mean, look at this. Every time they want to try and break this siege, they can't. The Spawnling just says no.
My goodness, the Ice Queen one slow, starting to take a little bit more of an effective nature right now for Monster Vicious. But as of now, all hopes for the Malaysian fans, it still holds on for now. But again, it's still going to be a very, very long grind.
Dude, this is game one. This is just game one in this best of 3, and it's already 21 minutes. Both teams are very equal in terms of gold, items, and currently skill, right? Rebellion Esports, they are using the exact same strategy. Group is 5, and we're looking to punish MV. The only thing that they're not exactly great at is closing out games, unless MV makes a significant mistake during the team fights. And I think that MV honestly could split up this map a lot more than just sticking as 5, but they're also scared, right? If that one person goes down, Rebellion Esports will win the 5v4.
Yeah, in this case, no Wishing Lantern up from both sides, so we are not going to be seeing that in play. But Xeno does have a Queen Wing, so that's a huge pickup for the Rizla now. The Lord dropping down pretty quickly here. We are going to try and chip away, but my goodness, 22 minutes. So difficult to chip the Lord right now.
Yep. And that Lord actually hurts. Like, look at him just chunk cars out. One smack.
God.
Like, luckily they have plenty of sustain, but this is going to take forever.
Yep, speaking of forever here, they don't really have a lot of time. Monster Vicious, they are going to try and wait out for those immortalities up on their team, but it is going to be very, very difficult to do so. Lord gets reset once more, and the dance continues. But top side though, we do see the play coming in. Ruby and Matilda not inside. Xeno is gonna get dove on here. And Rebellion, they're giving up Lord control. Xeno finally drops the penalty zone, but they need backup. Xeno, he's holding on with the Queen Wing, but it doesn't matter. RTZ finds him as well. NetherRealm being used aggressively. They need to get Uni out, but it doesn't matter. The shot residue will catch him, and now the next to fall is gonna be Fakes as well. It doesn't matter. One small mistake is all they need, and Rebellion Zion collapse on them.
An unfortunate mishap on the cross-map play from MV's side. Oh, wait.
Oh no, Cars now looking for this play. Ruff taking too much damage. He's got the sustain, but it's over. It's GG. Rebellion Esports is able to hold on and take game 1, denying the revenge from Monster Vicious for now.
Nicely done by Rebellion Esports here. Just stick to your strategy. You know what you are strong at. You realize that sieging isn't your strong suit, so let's pull back to the neutral objectives, because when they walk out, if they send a single member away, if they try to make a cross map play, we punish straight away.
One mistake, one information leaked out showing 2 members on the top side. Rebellion Zion just dove right in. And that's something that Monster Vicious might be banging on the hits here. Ruff, what happened? What are you doing?
No, I don't think it's his mistake. I definitely think it's unfortunately the mistake of both Fakes and as well as Uni walking up a little too far there. I think dropping down the Spawnling to take angles and take space aggressively is totally all right, because you have a natural escape mechanic, but you need your team to show presence around the area. So once 2 members, 2, not just 1, move away and they're both spotted out on the top side of the map, that's when you stop giving them any information down by the Lord Pit.
That was just so unlucky. But at the same time, GG well played to Rebellion Esports, because that was a very, very I would say a convincing game of awareness, right? Like making sure that you know exactly where your opponents are and then approach those fights is just so important in just winning fights.
Yeah, no, it is. And I think that's definitely something that, at least for Coach Haru's side in the draft, something he has to rethink about. Because unfortunately, when you ban out that Valentina, Farmus instantly is going to go there unless you have some kind of form of strong counterplay. In that sense, anything that punishes grouping, Farsa Feathered Airstrike. Previously, we did see the penalty zone, but there's just not enough damage to follow up upon it.
I think the idea coming from MV was nice. Like they wanted to play around Fakes being the true late game carry, right? He got to a stage where he was super strong. Like, don't get me wrong, he's doing the right things. He even got the fleeting time to make sure that the Za spawning is always like 24/7 online. He did a lot of damage, but again, they just couldn't find the kill for Uni. Like, look at this. Like, they wanted to peel for Uni, but every single time Uni goes in, there's just so much things that Rebellion needed to handle.
Well, maybe if they didn't get, you know, a lot of single target damage, it could have been different, right? Because Fakes with the spawnling can only target one dude at a time. It's not like you can hit a large mass of people. I mean, yes, with the Mind Eater, of course, then yes, he can technically have an AoE, but not relevant enough to really take away all of the temp HP applied by Suelo to the rest of the especially like D, because he basically got to free hit the entirety of the game, and Audi TZ, like, okay, if you don't want to break our inhibitors, and as long as we hold our inhibitors, there's a very good chance we win this. We're going to out-sustain you with the Netherrealm and the Bloom.
Yeah, I think this is something that I think Rebellion just understood, right? Like, initially, the biggest problem was trial and error and figuring out where was the weak spot. Like, every single time they tried here where they clutch 5v5, they just struggled, but eventually figured out that Rough was the weakling. And what I mean by weakling is that he was the squishy target that they can actually jump on. And Rebellion was able to get a very, very nice opening here. So nicely done for them here. But I'm more curious on the damage output coming from this phase, because look at this. He's got 96,000. Okay, he's pretty 50-50 with D, but again, he was the only main damage dealer coming from MV.
I mean, if he's a main damage dealer with how easy it is for him to actually apply damage in these team fights, he's actually not the highest, right? When we look at the net damage numbers, it's Uni at the top, D in second place, the Moskov, Suelo the farm is in third, and Yuzong Cars in fourth place in terms of that ranking. So as we've mentioned before, they need stronger AoE. Unfortunately, I think that MV may have read into the draft a little bit too much. They do like to put Ruby in this goal lane. I just don't think it's good enough right now, especially since if they want to snowball out of control, Ruff needs to build full damage, and if they don't snowball with this comp, they're eventually going to get outscaled.
Oh, this is not the usual meta that we kind of see here, but I really like the hit space and mindset that Coach Haru is putting for Monster Vicious, right? He's thinking outside the box here. Oh wait, we go into this draft here. What can we do with this Faramis? Try to out-sustain them. Drag the game a little bit too long, not gonna lie, it's really, really long. But it got them to a situation where the players needed to execute rightly. In this case, they just couldn't execute the draft, but Rebellion just had the better composition here. Moskov, nerf or not, I still think it hurts a lot.
Yeah, no, Moskov's still relevant with the Trinity build. Definitely still potent, right? Didn't exactly get the harsh nerf hammer in comparison to Natan. But overall, when we're looking at the EXP as well as gold graph, you can see that it bounces between the two. Initially for Rebellion Esports, and then we see a huge lead coming in from the side of Monster Vicious. Unfortunately, a majority of that is the EXP as well as gold. By the time they hit the 15th minute with the amount of gold that they had, they've technically already missed the checkmate angle, and one bad fight really equalized it for Rebellion Esports.
I think that's the exact mark where Monster Vicious hesitated, right? Like, they were able to, a lot of instances where they could have just closed out the game against Rebellion Iceman because they were overextending, but it shows like it might be a little bit lacking of experience because they were just so respectful of Rebellion Esports maybe winning the fight, even though they were hit. They could have gotten so many opportunities to get a pick off and then translate it into a couple of inhibitors there. But I think the hesitation coming from Monster Vicious and being, I would say, respectful, gave Rebellion Esports that space to bounce back and came back. So I would say this was a good game coming from Rebellion Esports. But now let's talk about the MVP here. It's got to be Suelo on his Faramis, 6-3-9. on this Varamis.
Yep, his job is so straightforward, right? Apply as much damage as you can, pull back and follow up on attacks, but make sure you keep us alive with that Nether Realm. And he is very good with the timings. He will wait until the very last second just to pop the Nether Realm, especially during these fights, right? And I think that, unfortunately for Monster Vicious, they just did not know how to approach the situation, especially after we break away from that 15 minutes and the gold lead didn't matter anymore. That's when you see them start to fall off.
Yeah, they were just so afraid, right? Every single time NetherRealm comes in here, the idea was to out-sustain, but they just could not out-sustain D at all. And they needed somebody to actually focus on D a majority of the time here, but it's hard to do so when the Black Dragon is just disrupting every single one. So it comes down to just positioning, and I think this was just one small mistake from Rebellion Esports where D got caught out, and this was pretty much like a good deal for Monster Vicious. Think about this. D dies, oh, it's good. If there's no D, we can out-sustain them, but they're just hesitating a lot of time.
Exactly. No, that's their whole game plan, right? Who can out-sustain each other during these team fights? And majority of the time, 9 out of 10 times, it's mostly going to be Rebellion Esports, right? They were Envy were put at odds with the build that they needed to go on that Ruby. I don't think this anti-cuirass really did too much for him anyways. Yeah. I think the most that you probably want is just a little bit of MR, the Oracle at best. But good job. That's only the very first game here. 1-0 against Monster Vicious. They just need one more win to close out this series and make it to the last chance qualifiers.
Ooh, this is going to be a do or die here for Monster Vicious. And it's so difficult for Monster Vicious to actually come up with an idea, because if we were to talk about ideas, right, they were one of the first few to experiment during MPL days here. They even brought in like Blade Armor early item purchase to deal with Moskov once upon a time, but this time it just doesn't even matter because it was so late to the point. I don't think Blade Armor would be able to deal with the Moskov as well.
I agree. I think they could have abused the Zaska a little bit more, using him as a very powerful sieging tool in the earlier to later stages of the game, but they never got to that point where they had enough of an advantage. But that's a lot of theory crafting for later. We'll see maybe in this next match whether or not they're going to have that polish, but it's only happening right after this break.
Here we go!
The break is short, but the action is immense. And especially with the pressure that is on board for both Envy and his Rebellion Esports. 1-0 currently at match point. You can technically, I mean, if you are an Indonesian fan and you're in Indonesia and you like Rebellion Esports, then maybe consider buying yourself some tickets here from ESL. Scan the QR code, buy now at esl.gg/MLBBTix-N so you know they came from the English stream, and get it for only 10,000 IDR. You're basically paying for parking. It's so cheap, so why not take it? Take advantage of it, because there's also 1,000 people, lucky viewers, who buy the tickets that will get extra prizes. 60 5,000 worth of prizes.
Yep, and of course, the first 1,000 daily gets an extra stuff, right? Like, it's not just free chests, it's also a cheaper value of the ticket itself. So be sure to get it quick here before it's gone. So just buy now on the website. Here, English. Yeah, just follow the English channel, follow us, and we will get you through it running. But nevertheless here, I am genuinely concerned for Monster Vicious because...
Concerned? I mean,
yeah.
Concerned is one thing. The way that they're playing, unfortunately, doesn't feel as decisive, and it feels like they're overextending in a lot of these trades.
Hey, sometimes it's all about the mental game, right? Fatigue can be a factor.
In a best of 3?
Well, think about this. Monster Vicious played the whole day. They played a lot of games and they waited for a long time here. Maybe just the fatigue might have gotten to them.
I don't know about
Have a
this
little bit
one.
of hope for Malaysia, man.
I don't know about this one. With the way they played in game number 1, especially when it looked like they were just driving their head into a wall and just praying that the wall breaks first. It doesn't. I don't see it happening just
Why
yet.
not? Have you seen in movies where you throw somebody in the head on the wall and it breaks?
Yeah, but usually those aren't actually cinder blocks, you know? And usually professionals.
Why don't you spoil the fun?
Look, the world is a cruel place, and the faster that you accept it, the less you get hurt by it, right? Rebellion with the bans of the Export, the Loyi, and as well as the Angela. First pick the Moskov, and it looks like they want to rinse and repeat. But MV this time, good adjustment. They ban out the Farmis, and they also ban out the Chippin as well as Harith, leaving Valentina open. That's something that Fakes can play, but more importantly, at least they're not going to get disrupted by the Netherrealm.
Oh, okay, fair enough. If they want to double down this composition again, it's not that much of an issue here. But if they want to play towards the later stage of the game, they need a solution on how to deal with this Moskov. Because game 1, it felt like the Moskov was kind of not there until the ultra later stage game when Cars was able to get all maxed out items.
Well, personally for me, I think this goes to show two things, right? I do want to see Ruff actually get a Roger just to know whether he can actually win that lane matchup, right? It's not exactly the easiest, but it requires mechanics. But MV opt to go for the Valentina and as well as the Arlet this time. Looks like Nova Escobar is back.
That's the thing, right? I don't think Ruff plays a lot of Roger, but even if the games that he played with the Roger, they didn't really go well. It feels like they're just uncomfortable with him playing Roger.
Well, I feel like he's not winning the lane hard enough to justify Ruff playing it. I think he's okay on things like Claude, you know, the traditional marksmen of sorts. The Ruby is kind of a unique strategy to MV specifically, but let's see what else Rebellion wants to play. Because now that the Farmis is gone, it looks like it's still a teamfight-centric fight. They go for the Barats as well as the Minotaur. Rather interesting, because now that the mid lane has been shown, right? It could have been a Farsa, and that Farsa really destroys the Barats after he locks onto somebody for the Daytona's welcome.
Do they pick the carry right here? I feel like the carry isn't too bad.
The carry's not too bad. I would agree with it.
Like, if they take the carry...
Actually, ooh, it's between carry and Fredrin right now.
Ooh,
it's either or. You only get one of them.
Oh, this is a very, very tough call Monster Vicious has put themselves in. Like,
honestly, they could still play the Ruby if they wanted to.
Ruby go lane?
Yeah, they still technically
against
can do
the
it.
Barats? Who's gonna peel that? Oh, finally, we get to see the Fanny on Uni.
Not bad.
But that's the thing, right? Barats technically can still catch the Fanny, but it's gonna be very, very difficult, and it's gotta be very precise with the Daytona's welcome.
Yeah, mid-air in the middle of the cables.
We've seen it happen.
It's definitely possible. I don't deny that, but I do think that, you know, MV is kind of in an interesting position because their composition, as much as they want to have like as many of the areas of the game covered, their team fighting doesn't look that great, especially against the Minotaur. It's going to be really, really difficult to get into these fights unless they create lane advantages, which is what I'm expecting to see with Fanny and as well as the Arlet.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a little bit of a tough battle here for Monster Vicious. But let's see, they banned the Alpha for Monster.
Are they? They're expecting this Barats to go EXP.
Really?
They're expecting it. It's a potential flex pick. I can't deny that. It's a good flex pick as well. Like Arlet, what are you gonna do against? If it's Arlet EXP versus Barat, it's EXP. Barats has the best time in the world. He just clears the wave and AFKs.
So. Okay, you know, interesting enough, they don't really want to deal with the Alpha. I think Alpha true damage is kind of broken in this current patch. We haven't seen too much about it, but Sky Piercer up on Alpha, is that good enough?
I think it's pretty darn good.
Really?
Adaptive damage, and this is like to get you to the point where you can reach level 12, which when that's when your ultimate is like what 12 seconds long. So you can basically just take an engagement, walk away, re-engage if you wanted to.
Okay, fair enough. Roger getting banned off means that Ruff... Well, I don't think Ruff is going to play that at all. Like, they need a marksman. Edith is a pretty good pick, but they banned it themselves.
Yep. No, it's way better if they ban out the Edith than it is picking it up. I'm going to be perfectly honest here.
Okay. I feel like they should get the Edith for themselves, but for them to ban it off, that's a bit weird because the Minotaur has been shown. Like, they don't really want to deal with the XP Edith? XP Edith, maybe? I mean, they want to ensure this Arlott wins the XP lane? It's weird.
That's a good point,
it feels like Monster Vicious, they want to ensure that Arlott wins his matchup.
I mean, if it was against the Edith, he guarantees wins that matchup, right? Earth Shadow, you just dash at him. There's literally nothing else. Onward, just dash at him every single time.
Weird. It's weird. Towards the headspace coming from the drafts here from Monster Vicious is like they want to guarantee Xeno wins his winning matchup.
I mean, worst comes to worst, they can throw the Arlott to Nova, right? I think that's totally fine. At this point, I don't think there's an EXP lane that can really affect these three on the side of Rebellion. Maybe Lapu, but even then, it's a little tough to actually catch on to this Moskov without another set of CC to follow it up with.
They need something to peel both the Barats as well as the Minotaur, or they want to replicate the heals. In this case, if they want to go for the Matilda again, I would be mine, but nope, it is going to be Rome, Arlott, and Tamus XP instead. So these are... Okay, is Edith good against the Tamus? Is Alpha good against the Tamus?
Is Alpha good against the Tamus in
later
considering
stages? They banned them just to set up for this Tamus pickup.
No, it's not necessarily just the ban out for this Tamus, because it's coming to a point where the EXP matchup doesn't matter as much, except for these outlier picks, and the outlier picks being very much based in the early game or very much just too tanky and needs time to scale, right? So MV have opted to say, we still need turtle presence, and if they are winning their lanes, even better. So putting the Tamus in that position, he always wins the early. Oh, the Lunox from Rebellion, so smart.
Oh, okay. You know, they bring in the Lunox. I like it. It deals with the tankiness as well, and I think Lunox is the perfect hero for Wishing Lantern, if we actually see it.
I don't think she even needs it in this game. Who do you like chunk out? Oh, Wishing Lantern.
You know, on top of the darkness, on top of the Wishing Lantern, that's just double the damage. It just one-shots anyone, any tanks.
I mean, you one-shot. You don't need the extra 10% when you're already in darkness form, right? I think a Sky Piercer
with the Lethal Ignition,
I think that the Sky Piercer is probably more worth it.
On a Lunox first item?
Yeah.
Okay,
in comparison to the Wishing Lantern, I think there's a lot more use cases for it. Because right now, when we look at MV, it's not like their lineup
Gold
is
laner.
super tanky. And let's not forget that Lunox scales really well into the late game as well.
Fredrin completely ignored from both sides this game.
Yeah, I was expecting to see Fredrin for the side of MV, but I mean they've set up for the assassin. Let's see whether Yuri can actually create a snowball for the team.
Yeah, I want to see how this fanning is going to work here. But so far, I like Rebellion Zion's draft a little bit more. It's a little bit more solid, and it still kind of mirrors on how Game 1 want to play in terms of sustainability, right? Like, Barat's extremely tanky, Minotaur can heal, Ruby can heal, Lunox has his own innate ability to kind of heal as well, which is... And if he goes for the Clock of Destiny, which I don't think Lunox is going to go for it here, but if he goes for that, it's even more sustained because of the Elegant Gem.
Let's see how this is going to play out, right? I think I'm curious to see what emblem specifically Nova took. I know he likes to go Common Emblem, but there is two cases where he goes Brave Smite, or if he opts to go for the Concussive Blast. Both has its uses. Both kind of gives us an idea of where he wants to play in the early 4 minutes of the game.
We shall see. We shall see. But now, without further ado, we are going to be jumping into the game. The final series of today here. Game 2 between Rebellion Esports versus Monster Vicious here. Monster Vicious now match, I would say, last chance here to actually have a little bit of hope to qualify for the LCQ and match point for Rebellion Esports.
All right, let's see if they can equalize it. Uni currently on his own purple buff on the mirrored side, same side of the map actually. Vincent going to be starting on his orange, and they're going to be ending up on the EXP side when it's all done with the full clears.
Huh. Oh, Vincent already. Nova getting a little bit cheeky here, taking a little bit too much damage. Oh, way low. Ouch, that hurts.
that's what happens when you don't take concussive blast, am I right? That Brave Spine ain't going to be very useful in the earlier stages of the game, especially without an escape mechanic, and especially if it's 2v2.
Feels like it now. Fakes, he's going to try to get a little bit of chip damage here, but the heals from Easy just completely out-heals the spell of this Valentina.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of pressure here.
This feels bad.
I mean, it is a bit of a feels bad. It just means that the mid lane gets the move first, but they're splitting up their resources, right? They're sending Lunox to the top side to hit level 4, but they also want to maintain pressure against Ruff.
Speaking of Ruff right now he's got them a comfort pickup with this carry.
Yeah, he's going to get frozen on. I think Ruff should have just waited for that wave to just die on its own.
Yeah, but freezing the lane on the bottom lane, Monster Vicious not going to be able to set up anytime soon. Rebellion also going to be playing a little bit of a slow tempo. I guess they are waiting for the 2-minute mark before they start invading those jungles. But so far, both sides just, you know, being very respectful now. I
mean, here's the thing, right? Every single time we see Rebellion Esports play, they always go for the early rotate pre-level 4, right? One wave before actually hitting the traditional level 4 timing when you rotate to the EXP side. They like doing this a lot. And Monster Vicious, they're like, whatever, we're just going to push out that mid lane one more time and then start approaching.
Yeah, they want to secure those turtles for Rebellion Esports. But now Nova is going to be dived on as well. Gets dragged back in. First blood, 4 cars. And that's going to be a really unfortunate news here. Sui Low gets to get out the brilliance here. Fanny finally shows himself, but the turtle already down by Rebellion. And now with the creep coming in, do they secure it? Uni gets it for the team. So nothing super loose. Not a big loss yet for Monster Vicious.
Not yet, that is. It's a slight gold lead from Rebellion Esports, but not that big a deal. They just need to make sure that Ruff walks out of this lane ahead. Ideally, maybe Fakes to get a better ultimate, because unfortunately in the earlier stages, the Brilliance doesn't really do that much damage, right? So I think he's better off trying to force the Brilliance out of Suelo with the Minoan Fury.
I think it comes down to a stage where Suelo is just using it to buy time for the team, right? Like, they've just got so much re-engaging too, you've got so much sustains, and if Monster Vicious sticks around too long, they're just gonna get whittled down and peeled apart.
Actually, speaking of which, Suelo opted to go for Temporal as his main emblem.
Oh, the smart cars now. He's gonna be dived on, and he's gonna die there. Great snipe down coming from Uni. But the rest of Suelo here, does he find one? Darkening. I know he wants to. He's gonna go for it as well. Yes, but just comes in. He's gonna go down. Zeno is there. Uni recalls back. He's finally joining the fight, forces the Brilliance, and now he's looking for a re-engage control. Doesn't need it. Okay, he's dead.
I thought there was gonna be a temporal difference there, but unfortunately, the heal, you can see the orb flying towards him just a little too slowly.
So unlucky, but nicely done here coming from Uni. Monster Vicious able to equalize a little bit, but Rebellion, they have something installed. They want to stop this Fanny. Purple buff comes in, but from behind Nova is getting dived on as well. Minon's rage comes in to try and stop the tempo. Uni secures his purple buff. Now he's gonna join the fight, and he's gonna fight back lines while he fights ODDZ. That's a double kill for the Fatty.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that was a great recovery coming in from MV. That initial engage coming in from specifically Nova did not look good. He only hit one person with that final slash and didn't even hit ODDZ, who decided, you know what, if you're not gonna hit me, I'm gonna start this fight anyways. Luckily, good recovery from Yudi at this point in time. When we're looking at the items, no Sky Piercer first item. It's going to be a Blade of Hepta.
Oh, here comes Daytona's welcome on. Vincent gets dragged back in. He might fall to this here. Fanny with the wall spams and the turtle secured. Rebellion Esports walked into it, and now D is going to try and create a gold plating. Uni flying top side, Suelo almost get picked apart, but MV with a very, very good recovery.
Yep, they managed to hold on for now, pulling the gold lead to their side. See how much they can develop this small gold lead into ideally an Avalanche. It's hard to say, right? Because so far, Uni has been getting access to the back line, and eventually Cars is going to come to a point where he's really difficult to take out. He hasn't finished the War Axe just yet, but then after the War Axe, does he commit to the full damage, or does he commit to just being tanky? And I think tanky is probably the answer.
Yeah, speaking of tankiness right now, it seems like Uni, he's not looking to go for the Sky Piercer at all. So, you know, always going to be here. But at the same time, Rebellion Esports, they've got a big problem with this Fanny right now.
I think he will eventually go into the Sky Piercer. I think for now, the Blade of Hepta is not bad. Initial damage helps him with the burst. Much better than getting a early Sky Piercer as well.
Well, it's tough, but gold leaderboard here is going to be favoring DS and yet Vincent as well. Not getting that early lead that we kind of expect of this barrage, because eventually Ruff is going to be able to make quick work on this dinosaur very, very soon if this game drags into its later stage. But as soon as I say it, Rebellion, they're trying to force a fight down bottom as well. Nova scouts out 2 members of Rebellion. They keep calling Fakes. Way low. On the other hand now, Zeno with the vengeance, he's going to be able to get out. Fakes now with the stolen brilliance and tries to turn the fight as well. The rest of MV is coming in. Uni find cars on the top side, solo kill. But the rest of Rebellion, they're getting doped on. And Monster Vicious in a little bit of trouble here. Audit finds one, but D from behind wraps them apart. They made the mistake without Uni, and now Nova needs a little bit of safety net here. Uni needs to get this kill. He's gonna be able to fight D instead. Now Audi running for his dear life. He doesn't have energy. The heal saves his life, and he's gonna be able to get out. Cars a little bit too late, but Monster Vicious, sheesh.
Steel Legging Diff. Steel Legging Diff. It's still such a cost-efficient item, man. It's so good. Uni, despite being 3 levels ahead of the Minotaur, still unable to finish him off there. I think at this point, you might need to consider getting Sky Piercer for real this time. Turtle now spawning, and hopefully Monster Vicious can actually recover from the staggered, from the initial staggering of the death timers. Oh, Fake still opting to steal Renox's ult instead of the Minotaur Fury.
Yeah, that's... I think it's more of a safety net to do a little bit more damage there. But nevertheless, Uni, they need Uni to get super crazy. He's got 5-0-2. It's a good start for him. He's level 11. This turtle should be in the hands of Monster Vicious. Meanwhile, Rebellion Esports, they're gonna try and do something to the bone lane. Suelo comes in with the Terrify. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Suelo, is he able to proc the Brilliance in time? No, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be able to get out. Uni secures the turtle for Monster Vicious. No, actually Suelo died. What?
Fakes was able to walk up to help conceal, and now we see the rest of MB collapsing.
Oh boy, now Minon's rage up on Audi TZ. He needs to get out, but he's gonna be delved on by Uni with the cutthroat.
Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. This is the snowball that we expected to see from the side of Monster Vicious, right? If Rebellion Esports loses out on that Minoan Fury early on without enough follow-up or doesn't find the right targets, that's when MV is able to re-engage into these fights. So, if Zeno, with the help of his Vengeance as well as his ult, is able to buy that much time, that's when you see Monster Vicious actually find an advantage during team fights.
Well, speaking of team fights right now, Rebellion Esports. Hello, Uni. Oh no, he missed the game. Oh, okay, doesn't matter. He's gonna try here. Here comes the stun from Gar, saves the day. Uni's dead. Oh my goodness, just one pixel mistake, and Uni gets punished.
Yeah, Uni, he's probably thinking like, man, if I had Sky Piercer instead of Olympic Roar, that would have been a kill.
Yeah, maybe. Just maybe.
Don't worry, he's building up to it. He's got 2 gloves already with the adaptive damage. He's most likely going to complete the Sky Piercer. And it's good that he died early, right? Because that means he doesn't lose any stacks.
Rebellion. Now, gonna continue with this assault. This tier 1 might potentially fall here. Ruff is there, but he's gonna be pulled in. Here comes Flicker forward with I'm Offended. Purifies out. Nova goes for a final snatch. He catches 2. He's gonna try and buy a little bit more time. Minon's Rage will only catch Ruff. And Nova, he needs to get out from the wraparound as well. They are gonna try and collapse with this Monster Vicious. They're tanking their way through, but where's the damage? Where is Uni? They need to do something big because he's gonna fall. Everybody went in 1 by 1, and now Monster Vicious, they get completely collapsed on by Rebellion Esports. Why?
Man, these team fight calls are so bad. They're really, really bad. They need to keep into account travel time, which they keep initiating these fights, saying, hey, we need to fight right now. We're about to get the flag. We're about to... When you're talking about to get the flag, nobody mentioned that you're going to take the longest way possible for it.
Oh no, Uni, he got chain stun. He cannot move at all. He got stuck in the cables, and now the Lord in the hands of Rebellion Esports. Everything that went right for Monster Vicious has now gone to smithereens now.
I think that MV, instead of taking that fight off on the top side, they just give it up, send Uni down to the bottom, and they probably would have already gotten to tier 2.
Oh my goodness. Tier 2 fall. Monster Vicious, they need 1 more. They need Uni. But at this stage, it feels like every plan they've thrown at Rebellion has gotten down and reset it. And both sides now equalizing, and even worse, Rebellion having a 3k network lead.
Yep, I don't know about this Valentina build, but let's see. Next tier 2 should end up collapsing. I would have liked to saw Fake's got more damage. Oh,
I'm offended comes in. Zeno still holding on to the vengeance for now. Monster Vicious not going to be committing too hard yet. Uni going to be going for the split push. Meanwhile, Lord knocking on the top side now.
Yep, I mean, it's not like Monster Vicious can really defend it, so I think this is the best. Oh, hey! The Lantern gets purchased! Yay!
Okay. Suelo going for the Lantern. He's going to try and drag on Zeno with the vengeance as well. He's going to try and pop his way through. Uni looking for the angles for the takedown, but they're still waiting for the right play. D going for a couple pokes in. Zeno still holding on. Fakes taking a little bit too much damage here. Here he comes. Aggressive Brilliance coming from Suelo. He's going to pay with his life. Mistakes were made. They secure the tier 3 for Rebellion, but they lose Suelo in the process.
The Suelo tried to BDD this game to out of existence. MB, good response. Very, very good response to dodge out of the Brilliance initially. Because he's got the damage, right? Suelo, he's got plenty of damage now that he has he's got the Lantern. He's also got the, I thought it was the Holy Crystal, but instead it was actually the Blood Wing. So can actually sustain a little bit more damage than expected. For now, I think that like if Suelo wants to start trying to swag on Monster Vicious, he absolutely can do so because there's still 60 seconds left until the next objective spawns.
Oh boy. Speaking of fights here, MB, they're setting up a very, very nice Vambush here. If they get the right target, it's going to be good. But Ruff, he had to reveal to try and steal the lethal. But unfortunately to say, Rebellion still gets it.
I mean, they're using Ruff as bait right now. That's why he's playing overly aggressive. Zeno waiting him.
Oh no, Cars.
He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You should only be worried about if Ruff is too close to Fakes, like right now.
Well, okay. In this case, Zeno is going to try and make an attempt here. He's got the vengeance to try and break this out. Ruff gets free hit. Minon Rage comes in to try to stop the tempo. Baras first of all. 2 Brilliances has been dropped, and now Uni looking for the finish. Cars is able to buy a little bit more time. D now re-engages the fight. Can he survive? Yes, he will. He finds a double. He needs life steal. He needs heals. MB is only one left alive. He needs to run. Uni looking for the hunt. He's looking to try and backdoor as well, but Uni forced to defend this, and D will be able to find an escape. Can he though? Fakes hits him off as well. He's got the Purify. He's got the Terrify, and Ruff gets the kill. They finally take him down.
It's not necessary to... he's trying to purify the Spear Misery, right? But I don't think it's worthwhile just for that one staggered kill. D is going to be a little late for this upcoming fight, but they were basically guaranteed this floor with or without him. So I thought, regardless, it is pretty hilarious the extent of what MV is willing to give up in terms of resources just to get an advantage.
Oh my god, let's take a look at the instant replay here. Rebellion, they got a little bit greedy to try and steal the purple buff, but Nova is able to force out in a very awkward position. They could not burst Zeno down in time, and it allowed Uni to get this purple buff and take advantage of those Sky Piercers that he needed. And because of that, he was able to get like 2 or 3 kills, and I believe he's up, what, max stack on that Sky Piercer by now?
No, currently at 10%. He purchased it when he had 6 kills, so now that it's 10, he got 4 kills off of that. I can't remember the next time he died, so I don't know if he only has like 1% extra.
Oh, that's going to be a problem for Rebellion, because if they get chunked down too low, Uni is going to be able to finish them all off.
I mean, the number to beat right now, it's... Oh.
Okay, now the Tones welcome comes in. They are able to gobble out Nova. They made a little bit of a small mistake. Walked right into the mouth of the dinosaur. Like, can we get a replay of what happened? Like, how?
Nova whiffed, and then the pushback pulled both of them into Vincent. I mean, Nova, I'm guessing he thought he had flicker, but it was 10 seconds off. Maybe he thought he had an angle. Tough to say. Tough to say. At the end of the day, he whiffed. What can you say? What can we do about it, right?
Boy, that is mistakes. Monster Vicious now. They have the lead, and now they have to defend. It's got to be 3 versus 5 down middle here. Uni nowhere to be found. They need to find a way to force the fight. Zeno with the vengeance is going to try and buy a little bit more time, but it doesn't matter. He is going to go down. Uni missing the cable. Not looking for the wraparound. They're trying to go for the finish, but he's still waiting as well. Brilliant still alive. Baker's getting counterplayed as well, but Uni, he got caught by by ODTZ mid-air.
That's 2 times in a row. ODTZ knocked him out of his steel cables already. 2 times in a row. Usually it'd be a different person, but here comes the end game.
Oh my goodness, spear
Take
comes
it.
in rough. He's gonna be dived on as well. They're not taking the spear. Uni looking for the cables. He still can't seem to find anyone here. Sway low will lose to Rough, but Uni, it's up to him here, but he got caught mid-air once more. It might be over. It's only Nova left. 4v1. He's got the final stash. He's got Zeno, but there's no minions. There's no minions.
It's fine. It's fine. As long as Vincent has the stacks, both Nova and Zeno can't cut through Vincent.
They need fakes in 4 seconds here. Nova, he's gonna throw his body for this as well. Nova does have the Toro 5.
Why?
Comes in. He's gonna clear the minions. They're gonna hold on. Fakes getting dragged back in. Crystal exposed. And Rebellion, they're holding on, but they're taking so much damage. D will finally finish them all, but it is GG well played, and Rebellion Esports denies the revenge, eliminating Monster Vicious from SBS.